Welcome back, and if you're new to this channel, welcome. In this week's Tracey's Top 5, I will be going over my top 5 favorite daily or semi-daily spiritual practices that help me to stay connected with spirit on a daily basis. So stay tuned to learn more. Number 1, a spiritual practice that I like to do daily or semi-daily to keep myself connected to spirit is deep breathing exercises. So the reason I like to do that is because your breath is what ties your body to your spirit. The breath is carrying life force into your body and all of your cells, and life force is what helps to animate life. So I love doing breathing exercises for not only to stay connected to spirit, but also because it's good for stress reduction and it's good to actually help you to improve your lung capacity. So there are some great things that are also happening if you do breathing exercises. So one very simple one that I like to do is I just center myself, I close my eyes, I inhale deeply through my nose for about 6 seconds. And then I hold the breath in tension. I tense my muscles, hold the breath in tension for about 3 seconds, and then exhale for 6 seconds through the mouth. Now, as I inhale, I'm using my diaphragm. So when I inhale, my belly is going out, and as I exhale, my belly is going in towards my spine. And doing the diaphragmatic breathing like that, where you're using your diaphragm rather than just your chest or shoulders, will actually help you in many other ways as well, with like digestion issues and things like that. And I know from firsthand experience that it does work if you actually take the time to do the breathing exercise daily. All right, so let's move on to number 2. Tarot cards are one of my absolute favorite ways to keep myself connected with spirit. It's because I feel as though they're interactive, and it's almost as though your highest self is just speaking to you directly through the cards because of the images on the cards. So anyway, one way that I like to use tarot on my daily life is I pick one of my decks. I have so many tarot card decks to choose from, but I pick one that I like for the day or the time being, whatever is just kind of suiting my fancy for the day. And I always like to pull myself either a card of the day, which will give me my general kind of the general energy of the day ahead or the day or two before the reading. Or I like to ask specific questions and then see what kind of advice might come up from tarot cards or even from oracle cards. So on number 2 on this week's top 5, when I say tarot cards, I also mean oracle cards, which are similar to tarot cards. So oracle cards are like my crystal angel cards that I do at the end of each of my monthly readings here on YouTube. And these are also oracle cards, the goddess guidance cards. Generally, the difference is just that they don't really have the suits like the tarot cards, the swords, the wands, the pentacles, and the cups. But also, there are less cards in the deck, and it's more, to me, I like to use the oracle cards for direct advice. So anyway, tarot cards, even if you are a novice, just getting out some cards each day and taking a look And seeing how you feel from a tarot reading that you give to yourself is another great way to stay connected with your highest self and with spirit. So let's move on to number 3. My top 5 daily spiritual routine. Number 3 is to spend some time in nature every day. You cannot stay connected to your spirit or your inner self without getting out there into nature and enjoying the beauty and the animals and the fresh air and walking in the grass barefoot, or going to the beach. In some way, shape, or form, you should spend at least some time each and every day in nature. So even if I can't specifically like go anywhere, like on a forest hike or something like that, I do love to spend some time either in my front yard under my favorite giant maple tree, or I sit on my deck in the backyard and listen to the locusts or the birds, and the crickets and everything. And it really is a great way to unwind, to de-stress, and to kind of be reminded of the abundance that is all around you all the time, provided by God. So my number 3 daily routine suggestion would be to spend time in nature each and every day and not on your social media devices. That's the challenge here. So when you spend some time out in nature, make it a point to unplug and go outside and enjoy nature without your smartphone. So let's go on to number 4. Number 4 on Tracey's top 5 favorite daily routines to stay connected to spirit is to meditate and pray. So I always love to make it a point to give myself some time in silence, without any devices around, without any electronic devices, and preferably without people around, and just have a little time and space with myself so that I can then close my eyes, take some centering breaths, and just go inward and kind of reflect and pray, and do whatever internal communication that I feel needs to be done. And I've noticed that this is one routine that whenever I am very disciplined in my meditation practice, then my life just falls together much more smoothly on a day-to-day basis. Whereas if I go for longer periods of time between each of my meditations, I do realize that it takes me longer to focus when I do try to meditate after a long wait period. And basically, it's almost like you're taking 2 steps back. So I do like to try to maintain the meditation practice as much as possible. And if you're new to meditation, check out my other couple of videos on meditation. One is called The Benefits of Meditation, and the other is basically what is meditation. So now let's move on to the last one, number 5. All right, so number 5 on Tracey's top 5 list of daily or semi-daily spiritual routines is to journal. So I love just going to find, I like to just purchase these cute little journals from usually like Marshall's or TJ Maxx. They have like a good selection of cute little journals. But you know, they can be in a cute color, a good size. They usually come with a little bookmark. And what I love about journaling is that it's the best way to get all of your thoughts out about something. So if you've been feeling emotional, or if you've been feeling happy or joyful, you can kind of look back on what's been going on in your thinking, and in your life, and just kind of reflect on those things. And I do find that, you know, usually when there's something emotional involved, whether good or bad emotions, That is when I journal the most, because it's like I'm trying to understand those feelings that are going through me and the experiences that I'm having that contribute to whatever emotional thing is going on. So journaling is a great way to reflect on your experiences to help you learn so much. I have learned so much over the years from just reading my own journals. And you start to realize patterns about yourself that happen over a longer span of time. And you just start seeing all kinds of cool stuff the longer you go journaling. Like currently, I have so many journals in my journal collection, but I do like to read through them from time to time because it's like revisiting a time in your life where you've actually. Here's the way I like to explain journaling. Instead of taking an image photograph of yourself when you're younger, you're taking a mental and emotional photograph of a time in your life from when you're younger. So not only do you get to go back and look at what you looked like years ago, you get to go back and look at what you thought like years ago. And that to me is like sometimes very inspiring because you can see how far you've come, or you can see how you've reached the goals that you wanted to reach, or, whatever. So I just think journaling's such a great thing, whether it's for the short term, just getting your thoughts out and helping you to find clarity on your day-to-day life. But it's also great for just in the long term and reflecting on all of your life experience. Journaling has been my favorite routine to keep myself connected with spirit. So that about wraps it up for this week's Tracey's Top 5 list. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope it also gives you some ideas on what you can do to keep spirit active in your life and how you can stay connected to your highest self on a daily basis. Be sure to comment down below with any routines that you do daily to stay connected with your highest self and to communicate with God or the divine or however you want to call it. But yeah, let us know down below. I would love to read any routines that you have that help you also to stay connected with spirit. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.